So,
Everyone is working
because we're not
super
on
hard. We should be too.
an active battle, what do they call it? Battle Pass, because it's currently done, and Sakuma went ahead and did the expeditions because I showed that yesterday. And of course I did the web event, which I really couldn't stream. It doesn't allow for that. At least the PS4 doesn't. Maybe at some point whenever I get a Elgato or something like that, I can start streaming stuff like that. But as soon as you exit the game, it cuts off video, or if you exit the game screen, it cuts off video. Or if you exit the game, PlayStation 4 kills the feed. So that's just something to deal with Sony. Uh, do our daily stuff here. Check our wishes. We're not gonna have enough. Yeah, still need either another of those little pass things or more of the crystals. So actually, the funny thing was, is part of what was going on today was this survey on Gene's new skin. 1,350 of these crystals. Now, so if you want to buy 1,350 of those crystals, you have a couple of choices. Okay, so if you buy this one here, you'll have 600 because I haven't bought it. You see, this is the only one I've ever bought. Because I haven't never purchased this before, I'll get 600 for the first purchase, so that's $5. And then I have to have another 750, so I could purchase this one, so that's $20 total. If I had been paying already and bought these already, that would mean I would have to buy this one, which would be 300 crystals, 980 crystals, which would put me at 1280, which means that I'm still not, and I have to buy another one of these. Or, see, that'd be 1280, and 60 is not going to be enough, so you could buy two of these, I guess. Let's see. 1280 and 120 is, yeah, you could buy two of these. So you get $20, $22 if you've already bought these packages and don't have the bonuses available. $22 for something that is just something to look at, and it's not even that great. I mean, that's a really crappy bathing suit, even for a girl that's supposed to be an active type. That's a crappy bathing suit. I'm not spending that kind of money on that. If it had been something like 10 or 15, maybe. But even then, and that's just my personality there. But I think 10 or 15 would have been more in a price range that would be acceptable. Uh, don't force us to have to purchase multiple Genesis packs to be able to buy something that's just an aesthetic in game. Uh, and the other thing that they were questioning about was that gameplay. Now, I understand that somebody at MiHoYo took time and effort to do the characters and all that for these archer classes, but the archer class in this game is broken. If I shoot normal shots and only one or two out of three of these shots hit a target, I'm not playing that character. I don't mess with swords, I don't mess with polearms, I don't mess with claymores, I don't mess with magic. Why do I have to mess with archers? So don't force me to play them or fix the mechanic. I played the Honkai 3D uh, crossover. If Fischl in this game was like Fischl in that game, she'd be badass and I'd play her. And saying Fischl in that game, it means that, if they use the same mechanic basically for all archers in this game, I'd use all of them because it'd be badass. They've got escape mechanics so that you can dodge out of the way of monsters that are coming. They've got auto targeting features so you don't have to worry about your arrows just flying off into nowhere because your character's not facing just that 1 degree off, and your arrows are missing, or your arrows are firing over their head because of their stupid gameplay mechanic. Fix that shit. Or don't make me play them. I don't want to play a broken character.
Ready, steady, go!
That's what I get for playing multiple games. Good thing is I rarely ever use Barbara's ultimate because it's rarely ever necessary. About the only reason that I would use it is if my team was about all wiped out, or if I needed to get somebody wet so that I could use, evaporator or melt or something like that on them. And Barbara's AoE or her magic targeting wasn't actually catching the target. I will say that's another pet peeve is that, and again, it's back to the forcing players to play archers. They've gone through and originally, let's see if we can find one. You'll find in these camps sometimes there'll be pedestals that these archers will be up on. You can't climb up on them, and they originally they you could hit them with the mages, but they've gone through and modified them in one of the patches so that you can't hit them with the mage classes anymore. They're forcing you to use the archer classes, and usually what I do is when I run into one of those, I'll clear everything, and unless I'm required to actually kill that archer, I'll leave him alone. Run off and I'll finish my mission and run off and just leave him. It's not worth my effort to have to deal with that asshole, and it's not worth my effort to run around with a broken character slot occupying one of my party positions. When I can have a character that I like to play that doesn't have a broken mechanic playing in there. This is not where we want to go. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know where you could probably find someone that's over here in this Daduap Gorge. It's where the hilly trolls like to be at. Got a bunch of camps over here. And they quite often send you over here to do your quests. Don't know if there's any of those back in there or not. Hold on a minute before I get too far here. Let's change our party out because I've got somebody in the lead here that doesn't need to be.
Ready for anything.
My King's not ready to play as a full-time character yet. She's not max level, and she doesn't have anywhere near suitable skill levels on her skills. That's another thing that pissed me off right there. The mobs will back up onto a hill that you would have to actually go into a climbing motion to use to get to them. Or you have to go around and see if you can find a way to jump up so that you're not locked in that climbing position where they're sitting there beating on you and you can't fight back. But you see, he was up on one of those pedestals. Let's see if we can find one of those pedestals. There goes one right there, I think. I think this one you can actually climb up on. Let's see. Yeah, this one you can climb up on. This is not one of those pedestals, though. Those are still aggravating, because you have to kill everything before you can climb up on them, and the guy's up there firing on you all the time. They do not have any of those pedestals here. So let's go try up here. There should be one up here. Now I'm a music enthusiast, I would call it. I grew up around the time I was 6 years old, or in 6th grade, until I graduated high school. I was in a band. I played saxophone. Uh, 2011, I think it was, I picked up guitar rock, or not guitar rock,
Silly
what the
churl,
hell was the name of
Billy
that?
churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
Rocksmith. And that allows for you to play a video game that where you play an actual guitar, and it teaches you how to play guitar. And I've been playing it ever since, so I learned how to play guitar. The music in this game is really good. I like the music. I think they did a wonderful job putting that together. Of course, I don't have the right character for this, so let's switch over to... That's not what I wanted. No, it already broke. When I was breaking something on the other side, it broke that one too, okay? Still looking for one of these pedestals. You run into them all the time because they'll put them in the, maybe that's what I should do, is go ahead and run the quest, because that's generally where I'll see them at. That's where that mechanic mostly pops up, is this: you get these towers that these guys can't climb up on, and they're sitting up on top of them, and they're just out of reach of your mages, and so they're forcing you to try to use the bow users, and it's like, screw that. I don't think this is going to be one of them. That was possible, because I think we're going into that little foggy area that's got the hilly trolls in it. Oh, we're going to go talk to the old bookstore man up here. Chang. Okay, so we've already done that one. Let's do this one. He won't do the Gushy novel. And we're supposed to take this down to UA Harbor. Oh no, we're not supposed to. Okay. Greeley Plains.
Barely a scratch.
I'll quit.
Let the show begin. Go, Barbara, go!
Oh, come on.
Rise. I swear by my sword. Higher, higher, hands on fire. I'm fine.
So the problem with running Jean in the front is when we run into this. And ever since I started putting her in the front, they just keep throwing those things at me. It's like, no, you cannot use that character. You need to use Noelle, or you got to use our character, which I only have two of. Well, I got Albedo, but I haven't built him up yet. So I guess we're going to have to go back to using Noelle as a front lead. That's just bullshit. They don't want you using those characters.
Oh, how exciting!
Now watch soon. Now that I put her in there, they're going to put a bunch of fire heli trolls that have the wooden shields, so that you know her gameplay can't function as well against those. The ones with the stone shield, she just busts right through them.
Let's dance.
Discover that. That's chewing their ass up. Might as well since we're here. Go ahead and pick a bunch of iron chunks. And I suppose I could go ahead and get Ningguang built out. I haven't really focused on her yet. She's a much better DPS than Noelle here. Until I get Noelle up to C6. Alright, so that's the end of that. Still no. And I've already opened all those, so. I went in and did it because I was planning on letting, doing the whole multiplayer thing. But that very quickly soured because, after a few days of so-and-so joins your, and then all of a sudden so-and-so has disappeared, and you go and you look on the map and they're out running around just plundering your realm. And with all the recent stuff that's been going on with the bans, I'm not having somebody come into my game and perpetrating some sort of hack and getting banned because somebody else came into my game and did something illegal.
Life goes on.
Where are you firing at?
I'll protect us. I must leave no stone unturned. Let the show begin. Leave it up to me.
Of course, now that I brought it up, they're not going to do it. Probably got somebody over there at MiHoYo is sitting there making sure that my quests are not popping up with these stupid towers that they want you to use a archer against. Because if you don't believe that this game is not server driven, try to log in when the internet's down. You can't do it.
I'll protect us. Time to go.
Stupid slimes fell off the edge or something. Yep. So we're supposed to escort it, which means we're probably going to be going across this bridge. Yep. See, they want you to use the bows there. There goes one of those towers. Watch, there's gonna be some guys that spawn up on top of those towers, and I won't be able to attack them.
Let's dance.
Nope, I can actually hit that one because of this hillside behind it. I can't get to that one though. And I definitely can't get to that one up there. I don't like that either. This is the target, not those guys over there. I don't give a shit about those guys. They're not going to take out the transport balloon. Quit making me force target to these guys. Okay. Oh, there it is. Barbara, she just chews those things up. It's funny, you use Barbara on those things and they just sort of self-implode after because their own ability, because their electro feeds off of being wet and starts killing them.
I'll protect us. With the wind. Let's dance.
Just crystallize against him because he's water. piss off, dude. Hit me with those damn frozen arrows. Alrighty, so that completes all those. Just make sure. Yeah, so let's go back over here to the harbor and talk to Karen. And I'm going to go through and do the bosses today because they're not going to be up. The battle pass is not going to be back up prior to the end of the week, so I'll lose this week if I don't go ahead and do them. That's not what I want. They'll reset on Monday whenever they battle, and that'll be the day the battle pass resets.
Well,
So get 20 primogems there, plus the 40 per doing 10 for each request, so that's 60 primos per day doing that. It's always worth doing your daily quests. Okay, so now we need to do we don't want to take Barbara or Jean into any of these missions. She doesn't do so well versus Dvalin, and she's near useless against the wolf and child. And of course the dragon she's useless against as well. So the underground dragon, I forget what his name is. That'll work. The part I don't like about this one is that it's mostly about standing around waiting for the opportunity to attack. Unless you're using a bow. And then you can do aimed attacks if Damn it.
With the wind.
Oh, I got another chance here.
Let the show be.
Maybe. Okay, yeah. Good. That's the end of that. Okay. And since I haven't done this week yet, it's 30. Region. Let's see, what do we get here? What a piece of junk. That's important though. I'm way behind on those, and I've got 2 right now, but this I'm at the point where I'm having to use 2 per. Um, so I've got Noelle, who's got her shield skill, her ultimate skill, the sweeper skill, has next skill rank is 1 of those talents, but then the following one I believe is 2, and it's 2 from that point on until she hits 10, which is puts me at having to have 6 of those. And then I've got um, Xing Ling that has she needs 2 per skill, and I think she has got 1 skill point at least in all 3 of her abilities that needs to max out, and I think one of them actually has 2. So that's another 2, 4, 6, 8 right there. And then I got Lisa that she's at skill level 6 on all her stuff, I think. So she's going to be needing those. If I choose to rank her up, I gotta see if I got anybody else that needs those before I do Lisa, though. She's one of the few mages that I'm not impressed with. Her casting animations and whatnot cause her to get into more trouble, or push her out of range so that she can't attack more often than not. I think that's what gets them in the most problem with the archers, is they want to build it into the archers' auto attack to where they do this evasion move, and that's causing all sorts of targeting issues. And we're going to change our team up because we definitely don't want to be taking Barbara into this one. She is useless against the firewall. She, basically, she'll cause your team to be frozen more often than not. Um, so we got a fire team setup that we use. That's supposed to be Benny.
You want me on your team?
And then change her out for. And see, this boss here has a mechanic that being able to use an archer would be ideal, but it doesn't work out because you have to aim target, and if you aim target, he interrupts you. So,
As you wish.
and you'll see that here in just a second. See what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I can start firing at him with an archer, but 1 or 2 out of 3 shots are all that's going to connect, because the other arrows are going to go off in some sort of weird direction, or over his head, or over his body. And he does this stupid spin around that if you're a claymore user, he knocks you out of the range. Even though you're standing right beside him, you can't hit him because siege like that. Because the hit block form is off from where his actual animation's at. Of course, if you use anybody but Noelle, and Noelle doesn't have her shield up, then you just get knocked around. I don't buy that mechanic. That's a stupid mechanic, forcing people to use a shield, otherwise they get knocked around, and I've only got one character that uses a shield. Of course he's going to do that. Now I'd say this is the one that, what's her face, Zingling is probably better at, because when you're in this section, I just drop a teddy bear down where he's going to be charging at, and he has to charge through the flame. And again, we haven't done any of these, so this will be 30 again. That's part of the 1.6 update. Oh, what did we get this time? Another piece of junk. Those are upgrade materials. Okay, now down here to child. And what I will say about child is if you have Chung Yung, level him. Get a good weapon on him, level him, use him against child. Chung Yung is child's antithesis, which is why my last party looks like this. Now, they did an upgrade or a mechanic change on Chung Yung. It used to be Noelle's heal would not function while she was inside of his ice field. The ice field is what makes us so deadly against this guy.
I must.
One with my.
Rise. Oh, fast.
Yeah, Ho-Chao's got almost 30,000 hit points to look at the recharge she's doing on him. Oh, come on.
Fourth, my blade.
Someone needs assistance.
Oh, shit.
Step.
I was wondering when that was going to come out.
Higher, higher, here's my fire. Go.
Of course, so you get 3 of those per week where you get free use. Or half use, I should say. Another piece of junk. And then there's a 4th one. And I don't know that most people are picking up on this one yet or not. I know that the guys that play regularly, that they sit there and grind this thing every day, spending 6-8 hours on it. They probably know about it, but go into here and you go into domains and you go into Trounce domains, and down here at the bottom it's this guy. Now this guy can be done more than once a week because he's actually inside of a dungeon, I guess. But I guess any of them can be done. I don't know that you can actually. Yeah, you can only collect once per week on this guy. Okay, so that was incorrect. You can only collect once, but you can do it more than once. And then we're going back to our normal team for this guy because we gotta have Noel because he's an Earth dragon, or he goes into a stage for an Earth dragon, so you gotta have an Earth character to go against that. And then you want fire and ice to go against if he's got water or electricity. And then if he does go into water, I got Barbara to put some dirt down on him.
You dare overstep your mortal authority?
Oh, his shield kicked on.
I missed a spot.
Bishop!
Wheel of life.
Detestable!
Let the show begin. Yeah. Oh.
another development mechanic where you basically got to sit around and wait for him to come surface so that you can attack him.
Go, Barbara, go! Life goes on. Leave it all to me.
And of course, they mix that development mechanic in with the wolf mechanics, and he knocks you back where you can't attack him unless you're a bow user. You get a choice. You can use this character that if you try to aim attack, he's going to interrupt you, or you can sit there and auto attack and miss 2 out of 3 times.
Let the show begin.
Or you can use these other guys that get knocked around a lot because that's his mechanic. Now we're going to go back into our Deval on high mode. Far too much time is being wasted on this bullshit here.
Go, Barbara, go!
There's absolutely no reason for him to be out of range to attack for that long.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Wheel of life.
Of course, get animation locked.
Today, you witness your reckoning!
I'll protect us.
Detestable! Crumble!
Let's dance. Go,
Be crushed!
Life goes on. Orders given. Orders received. I must.
So I think the way that one of the mechanics that this guy has is whichever character you're using the most, whichever element you're using the most, is the one that he'll switch to. So here in a minute, because I've been swapping up a little bit, he'll have to decide whether he wants to be frozen, earth, or water. So every once in a while when you do water, he'll switch over to electricity.
I must. I'll protect us.
Is that all you got? Huh? Come on, big boy. Oh, come on, go with the animation locked. Again, you gotta be using your bow user, or else you can't hit them, because we're gonna knock you back.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not.
And you're gonna stand there and take damage while I do this entire animation because
Milestone
you
unturned.
can't attack and you can't do anything.
Suffering.
Let the show begin. Guys. Leave it up to me. Life goes on. Let's dance. Kitty. Time to go. As a good night should.
No atonement for a thousand
Steady
years
as
of
stone.
pain.
I'll protect us. Leave it up to me.
Experience an eon of suffering.
Steady. Let the show begin. Yellow light. Faster. Okay, faster. I must. See?
I will not be destroyed.
Yes, you will. And then, of course, because I've already used the other three, he's going to be a full price. And that's your 160 for the day. So you get 30, 60, 90 for the first three, and then 60 for the last one. That's 150. It's garbage, but it's got a good primary skill. pass. Completed. Of course, like I said, I already got maximum, so it doesn't do me any good to complete those, but habit. The thing about the bosses though is the items, because each one of them has a unique item that's used for ranking up to high tier uh, skills or characters or what have you not. Some of the stuff that you get up on is from ranking your weapon up to its last tier. So she's max, she's max, she's max, she's max, she's max, max. Need to level her up. And she needs her talents leveled up. Well, I'm actually getting there. I need to go kill some of those guys, because I'm running out of that quickly. That's something I need to look at real quick here, because I got some more of those. Okay, so today's Friday. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn some of my stored resin. Why did I do that for? Like I said yesterday, I got about 1,800 resin worth of stored resin from the resin refresh items. So I think I'm going to burn some of those up today and go ahead and get Noel's ultimate up some. Okay, so we want fire and electro. What are we going into here again? We're going into, okay, so yeah, we don't want Barbara, so we'll swap Barbara out for Kikane.
Something's come up?
And then I think I'm going to need Noelle, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and swap her out for Jean.
Ready for anything.
No, I'm not actually going to be using any resin in here. I'll be using my concentrated resins, but I'll use the resin to refill the concentrated resins once I finish. Oh, wait a minute. Get to the right one so she can heal up before I get into the fight here. I hate this frickin' domain. I remember that now. If you don't have the damn slimes dropping down, you got the frickin' icicles. And the entire time you're taking cold damage, so you're losing stamina. So you can't, you get about a third of the way through the match and you can't, see I got no stamina anymore. So I can't evade the icicles, and I can't evade the slimes. And there's so much animation lock that goes on. And because you're in the snow environment, you're dealing with the fact that you can't recharge your skills as fast.
Got lucky that time. Quit it!
Come on, what the hell is it?
Sacred
I
name.
dodged one of set up and
What
it
you
drops
deserve
another set of
praise.
friggin' ice pistols.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
Piss off with your bullshit.
I swear by my sword. Phew. Huh? Speed of light. Quit.
We'll be dumping King after this and throwing Benny in. That solves some of the animation lock issues where, damn it. I'm at the exit and not go in again. So I just walk out. Because you can animation lock all you want to while I'm standing in Benny's heal field. That's a stupid mechanic they've got in this game. Well, we can't make it harder for them. We can't figure out how to make it harder for them. So what are we going to do? We're going to animation lock them for 10 seconds at a time. And see if their character can survive while it's animated lock.
You want me on your team?
We need to level him up to, what's this? I need to go and do, what are you doing?
Gonna be epic. Benny's adventure team.
Okay, so yeah, I need to go kill, probably need to go kill some Pyro Regis-Vine. Get some more of those crystals so I can level him up to his last rank. Because Benny is actually, I think he's C6. Yeah, he's C6. And his talents are fairly well off. And that works for him. The refinement rank 5 special weapon from the Dragon Spine. It's got energy recharge on it. Yeah, that's fine. We're not worried about whether it's got Electro or not. And again, here's the thing about, yeah, I could try to stay out of range with the bow user, but of course I'm losing endurance all the time because it's the nature of this thing. So you can't charge around like you would in an open field. And as soon as you go to aim attack, something's going to jump, so it's either out of your range or interrupting you. And the frickin' slimes are the worst for the bow users because they bounce around, and that's what causes the biggest problem with their targeting. a lot better. I'm getting the damage bonus from having 2 fire units. And Benny's flame field really cuts their shields down.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Life goes on. Didn't see that coming. Everybody stand back. Time to go.
Much better. And we'll probably exit out if we get another gold to see what we got. No, we didn't get another gold, so we'll go ahead and go again. Alright.
Nice.
One thing he does need work on is his artifacts.
Adventure time. Let's light it up. I'm going in. Everybody stand back. Let's light it up. Wheel of life. Faster. I'm going in. Time to go. Nice.
So that's 3, so that's 120 right there. That's 2 of the refreshes. And we gotta go, our purple one here, so let's go ahead and go out. We'll use our 2 refreshes to get our, well, I think I'm gonna need to use them anyway to get the resin to be able to replace the condensed resins. And go back over here because I gotta come back over here anyway to see what I can craft for Noel and get my resins rebuilt. I need to be there. Character. So I have 2 of 4 already. Benny needs these, so might as well go ahead. Actually, you know who else probably is going to need those is the little fire wizard chick that I got. That's not who you want. Oh, that's right, it doesn't matter for these. There's no bonus for those. So it gives Benny 2 of his. I just need 1 more now. And he can rank up to his last rank. That's another 7% and get off of elemental burst damage, and then get another 9% off of skill damage, and a 60% attack bonus off of, or yeah, puts me up another 4% of my defenses being applied to attack bonus. So, oh, and I can actually do a second one here. That's excellent. That brings our sweeping time up to par. I mean, I was already pretty bad with that thing. It was I've seen numbers as high as 5,000 or 6,000 with her sweep time. So it should be getting up to into the 7s and 8s now.
Benny's adventure team.
Because when she uses sweep time, I think I showed this yesterday, she gets 64% of her defense, which is currently at 1,765. Times 0.64. So 1,129 points. If it rounds up, then it's 1,130. 1,129 points of her defense are applied to her attack as bonus for sweep time damage. So that would put her attack, which is currently at 1,765, at near 3,000. Yeah, she's gonna be dirting some crap down. Now, I think the bonus damage from defense doesn't calculate in on the attack percent, so it doesn't scale that way. I don't believe. Um, Somebody who's been parsing the numbers better might know, but that's still pretty damn good for a 4-star character that's supposed to be defensive. And I mean, she only gets better once you get her up to C6, because then you get a permanent effect of her defense being applied into her attack. Uh, so that's a good day for today. Go ahead and switch my party back over to the primary party. So I don't go running off like I've done a couple of times and go start doing stuff tomorrow and forget that my party is not set up. And then I'll leave it at that for today. Thanks for watching.